Good afternoon, this is Jim, 5714 Collector, bringing you another video. Today we're going to do the SGC reveal. I've got 11 Nolan Ryan cards here in the box. I have not opened it yet. It's still sealed. I just pulled my address label off just now. And we're going to show some cards here in a few minutes. Just want to take a couple minutes real quick and say good to see Orlando, a collector's dream, back on YouTube. Catching up with his video, his second one that he's released since he got back from the hospital. So Orlando, it's great to hear your voice. Just great to watch your videos again. So thankfully you are on your road to recovery. So I'll be watching that here later on this afternoon, the second one. So again, Orlando, welcome back. Glad to hear your voice and looking forward to seeing you at the National. And I was also watching Keith from Lonely Basement Baseball Cards, and he was showing some baseball card magazines, and I got a bunch of those here in my collection, and I'm going to show some of those. I've got a couple that Keith may, I'm hoping Keith has them, but at least make him aware of it if he doesn't. So I'll be doing a video maybe next week about that. And right now, I'm pretty excited about getting these cards open and showing everybody what we got. So sent these out, or I dropped these off, I should say, in Chantilly on April 4th on a Friday. So right before Strongsville, they went out. And so I had 11 of them. There's 70 tops in here, 75 tops mini is in here. 3 of the SGC cards are in here. And they're pretty nice. They do a good job. Got the paper, got the tux box. There's the box. We'll put this on the floor and clean it up later. So here's the box. So we'll open this guy up. And I also sent the 75 tops mini, the 77 cloth sticker, I think the 79 tops. There's a couple other ones. Let me open it up and we'll take a look and we'll have some fun here for the next 10 minutes or so. And me being a big Nolan Ryan collector, and now that I have the 2 cases up behind me, I'll be redoing that here this week. So here they are in the rubber bands. So we'll see if we can get them out of there. There they are. So we'll put the box on the floor. And I'm hoping I can find the 70 and do that one last. So we'll see what we got. So I'm pretty excited. Like I said, it took, tomorrow's 6 weeks since Chantilly. I got an email from SGC last Friday at the 5-week mark that they were being shipped, and I got them this morning and all that. So let's see what we got here. I'm going to see what we have. We'll start with, here's the cloth sticker. So let's do the cloth sticker first. So the 77 cloth sticker, there that is. That's a beauty. So that came back with a nice grade and all that. So I've had this for a long time. I bought this up in Pikesville, Maryland at a card shop, probably in the, God, it had to be in the late 80s. Had to be. Maybe the early 90s, but certainly I've had it a long time. But that's a nice card too. So there's the cloth sticker. Really like that. That's a nice shape too. Let's see, we'll skip a couple of these. Here's the mini, and there's the 70. So I found the 70, that's right here. So here's one of the Kellogg's cards I've sent in, and this is the 1981. So that came back at a 9.5. So that's pretty cool. So show the back of that. I have, I think, 2 of these. A couple of these I have doubles, and I just grabbed what I thought was the, okay, this one looks nice. Okay, let me take this one. So there that is. So we'll put that over here. And I sent in, this is the 70, wow, the 73 Kellogg's. So that's pretty cool. So I've had this one a long time. I remember this had a price sticker on it. And I think the price sticker was like $20 or something. But I bought this, again, I've had this card in my collection a long time. I wish I could tell you when I bought it. I'd have to go back and see if I bought it in the mid-90s or not. But that's a beautiful card. So the 73. And these get nicer grades, obviously, better than the other ones with the 3D effect and all that. So, and I don't have the whole set of these. I have like half of it. So I'm going to have to work on picking them up. I'll put them on my Chantilly list, and also at the National. I need the commons and all that, so I'll be working on that. That'll be a lot of fun. So here is the 80 Kellogg's that came back with a nice grade on. That's a beauty there. So these Kellogg's cards, I love them. It's my favorite non-top set. Food issue. I know Jason, Everyday Card Collector, did a video. He's doing a video series on the food issues. I think he's done 2. And the Kellogg's cards are my favorite. So everybody's got a favorite. But, you know, I grew up with these. You know, the first ones came out in 1970, you know, when they were in the boxes, in the cereal boxes and all that. And I can remember, you know, opening them up and getting those cards and all that. So there's the back. So that's pretty awesome. 3 beautiful ones there. Now these are the 3 SSPC cards. So we'll start off with this one. This is the Catfish 100 Nolan Ryan, not the error card, which I'm waiting to come in the mail. I've got one off eBay, so I got the error card coming. So here's that one. So that's another beauty. And there's the back of that. So that's pretty awesome. Love that card. That's just a beautiful card. You got 2 great pictures there. And of course, Catfish Hunter had all those great years with the Athletics, and then pitched with the Yankees. You know, the last 5 years of his career. I remember that. So, yeah, that's pretty nice. So we have, here's the number 10. This is the 75 SSPC Superstar number 10, and I picked this up recently at a show in Arlington, Virginia. So I picked this up a couple months ago. And I thought, I'm going to send this out for grading. So my buddies Russ from Collecting Nolan and Brent Richards baseball cards are big fans of these cards too. So that's an awesome card. That's a cool looking picture of Nolan. So love that one. And then we have, this is number 30. This is the 75 SSPC. I'm sorry, you know why I said number 30? And that is number 187. So that came back with a 9.5. So we take the glare off that. That's a pretty card. I've had these for quite some time. I can't remember where I picked this one up, but I've had it in my collection for a while. So when I get the error card back, I will, at Chantilly in late June, I will drop that off for grading just to get it in a holder and all that. So, okay, so we're going to skip the 70. So here's the 75 Mini. These are no order at this point, but here's the 75 Mini. I picked this up in Chantilly. Now that came back with a nice grade too. That's a beautiful card. Love those minis. And I have a mini of the 300 or more strikeouts, 3 seasons in a row, and that's up in the case. That's in a different holder. I forget what the name of the company was that I picked up in Strongsville. I'm going to get that reholder too. So here's the back of that. So that's a nice looking card. I know a lot of people love the 75s, and I think that is gorgeous. So that's a beautiful card. So that'll be up in the case. Probably do it tomorrow and all that. So here is, we got the 79, and I can't remember what the other one is. So I think that's the 79. So here's the 77. So there's the 77 Tops. Another beautiful card. I have the OPG of this that I picked up last year in Cleveland. Darren from Return to Collecting was behind me when I was picking that up. So here's the regular one, the regular Topps version. So that's pretty cool. And that's a beautiful card too. So pretty nice. Very happy with that. And like I said, I waited, you know, just shy of 6 weeks for the delivery. So they took them, 35, what would be 25 working days. And it said 15 to 20, it went 25. So this is the 79 Topps. Wow, that came back nice too. It came back in an 8. That's a beauty. That's another beautiful Ryan card. Ryan had some really nice cards in the 70s doing his run. Now I have all his base run graded by SGC from 1968 up to 1980, with the exception of the 78, which I'm going to probably just have to drop a couple of those off because I have a couple of them. But this I've had, I think I picked this up in Chantilly also. So, but that's a beautiful Nolan Ryan card too. Love it. Yeah, so they're going to look good in the case up there when I get them up there probably. Like I said, tomorrow morning sometime, tomorrow afternoon, I'm off from work tomorrow. I will get these up there. So I bought the 70 Topps card, the Nolan Ryan, back a couple of years back. I picked it up. I think I got this one at the Philly show. There was a guy up there. He was at Strongsville also. He always wears a hat. He's from Florida. And I got I thought a good deal on it. And he had the best centered Ryan that I could find in the room. And I had an older 70 Topps Ryan that I had in my collection. I had it a long time, but it was missing a piece off the corner. So I'll show that one day in a video. But here's the 70 Topps video one, and here it came back at 6.5. So, and I don't know what I was thinking about the grade, maybe a 5 or a 6, but a 6.5. So very happy with the, the grading looks fair and all that. That's a beautiful card. Nolan Ryan, of course, is third year card. It's a high number, and that's pretty awesome. And like I said, I'll get the other one out one day and show it, and show you guys what I'm talking about with the piece that's missing down in the corner. And I bought it years ago. It was a Nolan Ryan I got for like $1 or $2. I said, it's Nolan Ryan. I'll pick it up. And of course, third year card, you can't beat that. So there you go. That's the SGC reveal today. Again, here's the back of the 70. More than happy with it. Well worth the wait. I'm going to line up my next set of cards I'm going to send up to them at the Chantilly show. And like I said, I think it's June 28th. I'll go there Friday or Saturday. And got a couple cards. I'm going to probably drop one of my 78s off. I got the 79 OPG. I want to get graded because I picked that up in Strongsville. I'll have another of the SSPC cards to drop off. So, very happy. I've got my Ryan cards back, and there's the stack. There they are. We'll put them up in the display case here. But hope everybody enjoyed the reveal. It's always a lot of fun to go through and show these cards. Very excited about having them back and putting them up in the case. And I've got a couple videos I want to do. I want to show my room a little bit. I also want to do the Bob Gibson run that I have. I want to work on that. So I've got a couple upcoming videos. Of course, the 72 Topps baseball card set, I'm working on that. That'll be uplifted or uplifted. That'll be uploaded on Sunday morning. I'll have that done, hopefully. I'm working on that right now. So with that, I hope everybody enjoyed the SGC reveal. I had a good time getting the cards out of the box and showing it here. And I hope everybody has a great Thursday afternoon and a good start of the weekend. And we'll talk to you real soon. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment, and we'll catch up with you on the next video on Sunday morning. Take care. Bye-bye.